everybody, it's Stephen here for the Idiot Quilter, and I believe this is episode 50. And I thought I'd just do a quick video showing you another haul. This came from a sewing store north end of Toronto, in an area of Toronto called North York, and it's called Sew Sisters. And we had never been there before, but we heard they had fabric on at $6.99, $8.99, and $11.99 a meter, plus regular prices. So supposedly they have a whole room of these bargain fabrics. So we went. It took us about, well, the traffic was really bad when we went. So it took us probably about an hour to get there. Generally speaking, it's probably no more than about 45 minutes. But anyways, that's what took us a while to get there. So I'm going to show you my haul, what I picked up. Now, this was a spur of the moment kind of idea to go to this particular fabric store. We were bored. So we thought, what the heck, let's go to the fabric store. So I dropped about $165 while I was there, which, if you know me, that's actually light. So let's switch over the camera and let's take a look at what I got. Okay, first of all, I picked up some more Solvay. Solvay is, I'll put it this way and try to get the glare off it. Solvay is a water-soluble stabilizer, and I was using this, if you remember, I think I mentioned it in one of my videos, when I was doing sort of my little art wall hangings with scraps. You can use this, lay it down on top of your scraps on the surface that they're on, and then sew over top of it, and then that holds all your little pieces down, and then you can dissolve the Solvay later. Now, I've got a couple of little packages of this that I picked up when we went on the big adventure a couple of weeks ago, but it doesn't hurt to have more of it, and this is a bigger sheet. But the price was pretty good on this, $9.99. So I got that, and I got one of these. Now, I had seen this device. Try to get the glare off. What this is a silicone pad for putting your iron on. Now, I have an Alisio iron, and the Alisio irons you can actually put face down on your mat, on your pressing mat, and it pops up so it doesn't scorch your mat. But if you use it enough, you get used to that idea. So you grab another iron that doesn't do that, and you kind of forget and lay it sitting down, and then you've got all kinds of problems. So this, I hope, will avoid the problem. I have a little iron that I use when I'm doing piecing, and I don't want to have to get up and go over to my pressing board. I just set up a little table next to my sewing machine with a smaller pressing mat on it, and I use this little iron. And I really like the little iron. It's a Rowenta travel iron, actually, but it's got great steam. It's got nice edges. It's a really nice little iron. So what I've been doing is, in my flurry, when I'm putting pieces together, I forget and I put the iron flat side down on the pressing mat. Not good. So I got this. It wasn't very expensive, and figured I can now put it face down because I'm used to that, and I won't forget and I won't scorch anything. So that's my theory. Anyways, this was $14.99, which really is an okay price. I've seen them in other places and they range about the same price, so it's not like I got a deal, but I wanted one. Okay, so what else did I pick up? Well, this place had a lot of pre-cuts, and they did have some charm packs. Actually, they had quite a few charm packs to pick from, and I saw this one, and you know how much I like blues, so I thought this one would be nice. It's 42 squares, $15.99. It's by Moda, and $15.99 is not really out of the way. That's about standard price, I would say, for something like this. Might be a slight bit cheaper, depends where you go. And the other pre-cut package I got was the Stonehenge graduation strips. The gradation strips, sorry, not graduation, gradation strips. These are great because you know how much I like the Stonehenge line of fabric from Northcott. And these are 2.5-inch wide strips, and I think there's about 42 in this. There's 40 2.5-inch strips. Now, these aren't usually too cheap, and the regular price on this was $54. Camera's trying to focus on the light. $54.99, but it had 30% off, so I saved about 15 bucks. So I did if and but as to whether or not I should purchase this, but since I use Stonehenge a lot and I like this color line, Then I thought, yeah, where am I going to get it for that price again? So I did it. At least that's my rationalization. Now, they had a really great selection of fat quarters. And if you bought fat quarters were $3.99 a piece, which is in itself is not a bad price because, well, it's a little bit more than what I pay at Ultimate Sewing, but Ultimate Sewing doesn't have as great a selection of fat quarters, I have found. They tend to have more solid type of fat quarters. This had a real variety of all kinds. Now, I suspect that these were ends of the bolts and things like that. I don't care. It's a fat quarter. If you bought four, you got four for $15, which worked out to $3.75 a fat quarter. That's still more than what I pay at Ultimate Sewing. But like I said, I think the selection was better in this store. So I got some more of that 150th Canada birthday fabrics because, I picked up some of those when I was on our big adventure out of Cambridge. So I got some more of those. And because I'm doing things with these, of course, I bought some Christmas as well. I tend to buy a lot of fat quarters and Christmas patterns because I don't make Christmas quilts. Well, at least I haven't made a Christmas quilt yet. And so I just picked these up because right now I'm making some Christmas coasters for some friends of mine, and I'm using some of this, the reds, as background, and so I thought I should have more of that. I think I have this in I think I bought a meter of this or a couple of meters of this, so there's another fat quarter just along with it. The blues. I like the blues. I guess I only got one of these, but I really like that. And then, of course, some backgrounds. I've had some of this. I think I may have some of this in larger chunks. And this has hard to see on camera, but there's little snowflakes on these two pieces as well. So that was Christmas. Then they had, and these I don't see in a lot of places, Cafe Facet. The Cafe Facet fabric, as you know, I'm in love with his fabric. I love his boldness of his design. So they had some fat quarters here. So I picked up 4 fat quarters. Can never have too much K Facet, as far as I'm concerned. Then they had these, and these are fat quarters. They rolled them all up, but they were $1.99 a piece. So at $1.99, I didn't think it could go wrong. So I did find one that's got Christmas on it. And then I found these fall ones. Now these 4 are the same. This is a little different one. I would have got more of this one as well if there had been some more, but in the bin, this was the only one I could find. But I got 4 fat quarters in this darker fall leaf kind of fabric because, Halloween's coming up eventually, even though this is July. Then we get into, summer will disappear before we know it, unfortunately, into the fall. And sometimes you get in the mood to do something in fall colors. Maybe I'll make another bed rug for my mother, or maybe another wall hanging for her. She's got one in there that I made in her room in the nursing home, but she's got another space on the door beside where the other one hangs, and so I might make another one. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, that's my haul from Sisters Sewing, or Sew Sisters, Sew Sister. Isn't there a song? Sew Sister, Go Sister, Lady Marmalade or something? Probably dating myself on that kind of thing. But I don't think I did too bad for $165. I got quite a bit. So I thought I'd share that with you today, and tune in again for another episode of the Idiot Quilter. See you later. Bye-bye.